Smith is our corn and soybean market analyst this week. The Federal Reserve announced Wednesday it wouldn't yet be altering interest rates. We discussed the potential impact of interest rates and the strength of the dollar on exports in last week's marketing segment. U.S. soybean exports from October through January were 9% lower than the previous year. China has been the destination for 69% of those beans. Corn exports during the same time frame were down more than 22%. Mexico has been the top buyer, bringing in 39% of those shipments. Corn and soybean prices have recently seen a bit of a rally. We started by asking about that when we talked with Roy Wednesday afternoon.
The market's doing what it's supposed to do this time of year. You know, the last time you were out here, I said there's a rule, never sell soybeans in February. Well, 1st of March, the market started trending up a little bit, and the early part of this week, we got a pretty nice bounce until Thursday, and then I'm not sure where we're going to go from there. We had the market sell off just a little bit, not very much, but seasonal price trend charts would say we probably got another week and hopefully 3 or 4 weeks of better prices in the soybean market.
So has Soy Roy rewarded the market yet?
Actually, myself, no, because I don't have very many beans left. I got just enough beans left, sort of my gambling stock. But yes, I do have corn left, and we moved the corn out of the bins and got it in position to sell it, hoping that this rally that normally lasts at least 2 weeks will last 3 weeks, and we'll get a chance to make some sales at some higher levels.
You were at Commodity Classic in New Orleans recently. What do you think the mood was down there?
The mood is a little rough, as you can imagine. Everybody is real happy. There were 9,000 farmers at the meeting, so we had a lot of opportunity to visit with people from other parts of the country. And you know, to me, it was kind of strange because there are some market analysts, some experts, so to speak, and they're kind of warning the farmers, well, you know, don't get in too big of a hurry to sell out, because if this El Nino turns out to be a real weather event, why, we've got some better prices ahead. But also be aware that we've got a tremendous supply of soybeans and corn available, and it might not take very much to get a little bit of a rally and then see it fizzle out later on.
Do you think that's possible, that the rally would fizzle quickly?
Well, at this stage of the game, yeah, I think that if you're counting on a huge rally, you're probably going to be disappointed. If you're talking about some minor ups and downs and maybe being able to pick some sales points, I think, you know, we'll get a chance. You don't hang your hat too high, I guess, would be my recommendation.
In one of your recent articles for agriculture.com, you talked about always forward contracting corn on May 1st. Tell me why that's been a profitable principle.
Right. And, well, one of the things that I bring out to people with these always never strategies is that they will occasionally fail. Chances of that strategy working are about 8 out of 10, but there's about 2 out of 10 probability that it will fail. Having said that, I say that the odds are so good that it's worth just saying, I'm going to sell some corn on the 1st of May no matter what. And chances are about 8 out of 10, 4 out of 5, that's going to be a good decision. Let's face it, we raise that corn and soybeans to sell. And if you need something to say it's time to sell, that's one of the things that I say, you better not let this go by and not do nothing.
How has basis moved over the last few weeks?
Basis moved very little. We went from January futures to March futures. We got a little bit of a shift, I guess would be the way I put it, but we really didn't get much improvement in basis, and that's pretty disappointing. But I think what is causing that, or what has caused it, is the last 2 weeks there's been a lot of corn moved in the country, and I don't know if it's all sold or some of it's put on delayed pricing or what, but when you get a massive movement of grain, then that kind of kills the basis, and the basis hasn't gotten any worse, it just hasn't gotten any better.
Do you fear that there's still a lot of grain left out there?
Oh, absolutely. I don't think there's any doubt about it. The procrastinators are probably going to get punished this time because, like I said before, we raise the grain to sell. It's only March, but it's time to be making your plans. What are you going to do? What strategy are you going to use? I have a theory. I call it agricultural acupuncture. That's getting stuck with last year's crop. If it comes around to the 1st of July and you haven't sold something yet, you need to sell it then. If it comes around to the 1st of August and you still haven't sold it, you should have, and I can't help you much get out of this hole. So it's something, it's a psychological move that everybody's affected by it. You need to learn how to deal with it, and don't be holding that crop when you need the bins for the next year's crop.
Historically, those two reports that we'll see later on this month, prospective plantings and grain stocks, are they two things that would affect the market or change prices dramatically?
Well, chances are they could change dramatically. I really don't think they will, but let's face it, that corn is out there, those beans are out there, and they will get sold sometime. Notwithstanding what one of the people I did a marketing workshop with last week said that you may be holding on to that stuff when you need the room for next year's crop, and that's not a good situation.